Right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Here I am. We're going to do a review of the a watch from iconicwatches.co.uk. It's one of a handful of companies out there that you can buy watches from, luxury watches off the internet. What they do is they source the watches from lots of different companies all over Europe. Montredo is another one. That's a German company. Iconic Watches is from the UK. They have a shop that's been there, I don't know, 50 years or something up in Bradford. So I've used Iconic Watches before, bought a nice Longines from there, the Hydro Conquest, lovely watch, highly recommend that, and they were very good with that. So I thought I'd take a punt and actually go for a more expensive watch. There wasn't much money, much difference in cost between Montredo and Iconic Watches, but I decided to stick with the company that I knew. But I would buy from Montredo. It does seem to have very good reviews. I might try them next. Okay, so here we go. So I've opened up the packaging just so we can get in it earlier. Inside we've got some sort of insurance policy there for you to fill in and phone them up and get your insurance with them. Okay, inside here is bubble wrap, put in bubble wrap. Chuck that down there. So here's the box the watch comes in. So it's a Rolex Submariner Oyster watch. Okay, it's the 114060 model, which is the one without a date. I find that I never, with any of my watches, what's the date on this? It says the 16th, but hey, it's the 15th, and that's because I can never be bothered when it's 30 days, 31 days, whatever. I can never be bothered to change the date. So I decided to save some money because it's about 20% more to have a date on it. It was quite a lot more, and I decided it wasn't worth the extra money. Extra money. Pardon me. So let's open up the box, see what's inside. So start off with a box within a box, or rather a box within a sleeve. And you see, hopefully you can see the Rolex symbol on the top of that. Okay, the crown. And there's my receipt. Let's move that quickly. And a little booklet on the top there. Oyster Perpetual Submariner and Submariner date. So it's got some information. And there's the Hulk Submariner, the green face, green bezeled one. There's a little diagram of how you use this special strap. It's got a wonderful easy adjust strap for changing the size of it. This is meant to be a dive watch, but I would imagine probably 90% of the people who wear this type of watch never go, probably never go in the sea diving, probably barely go deeper than their own bathtub or jacuzzi with this kind of watch. So the strap enlargement feature is particularly good when you want to put your watch over the top of your wetsuit or dry suit. Some watches, don't know what this one has a little inner part that comes off. Yeah, let me just show you with this one. So click it and that gives you extra length there, and just fold that back. So that's a common setup, but one disadvantage of this type of system is that you have lots of holes going down the side there, which you could argue makes it unsightly. But with this Rolex system you don't have that. That's what I'm looking forward to with this watch. Let's have a look. This is a 41 mil diameter watch face on it, or case on it rather. Let's see what this one, which is 40 mil. I'm a bit concerned about the size. I do have large wrists. This is my wrist is about 7.5 to 8 inch diameter, so I don't want a watch that looks too small on it. It doesn't look that great as far as I'm concerned. So here's the box. A green leather box. Yep, it is leather, smells of leather. It has this rather strange, I guess that's meant to be a wave-like type pattern. I've never bought a Rolex before. This is my first, so I'm not sure if this is a traditional shape box. You can see the theme being carried on with the booklet there with the lines. So not sure if that's a shape, but the box is not the defining thing as to whether I buy a watch or not. It's not that exciting. I rarely see it apart from this process, the opening process. Then it goes off in the bottom of my cupboard.
So yeah, I mean, do you worry about the wrapper when it comes to eating the chocolate? Probably not. You just want to dive into the chocolate, don't you? Well, I do anyway. And this is my chocolate, so to speak. This delicious watch here. So there's the Rolex itself. Let's take it out of the box. Oh, hang on, before we take it out of the box, inside here should be, oh, there we are. This is the warranty card. This is the sort of the proof of purchase and guarantee of its authenticity. This one here comes from, as I say, they source these watches from all over the place. Hang on, where's the camera? So right, so they source these watches from all over the place. This one has come from Sweden of all places. So it's got the date that I bought it. They put down about 5 days ago. And the model and serial numbers in there. And then also, what do we have? We have a little guarantee manual, worldwide service booklet in various languages. So just a guarantee per page in umpteen different languages. So that is what you have in the back of the box, or the top of the box. So let's take the watch out. Slide it out of there. So I presume this is just a feature of buying it from the internet. It comes with these little tags. It says non-returnable if removed. So, oh yes it is, it's got Iconic Watches written on that as well. So it lets you try it on, and if you don't like it you can send it back. I don't know the company's return policy, but there seems to be, it would look like you can return it. Now what I find is a little bit of a shame for me personally, just initially this is what I'm a little bit worried about, is the width of the strap there. It's considerably smaller than what I'm used to. So that to me looks, I'm guessing 19-20 mil across there, but it tapers very rapidly down to what I would guess is about 15 or 16. These are guesses, so I don't know precisely. So right, the watch is already working. It has this little protective cover on it there, and here is the bezel working. That's got a lovely solid movement to it. It's unidirectional bezel. Any quality watch or any decent watch fit for purpose of diving is meant to be unidirectional. Just in case you don't know, you twist it round, put the top marker, the sort of what would be equivalent to 12 o'clock marker, on the minute hand like that, and then you use the direction of the minute hand going around, or the position of the minute hand will tell you how many minutes has elapsed, 5, 10, 20, etc. So if you're underwater and I mean, depending on what depth you're diving at, you know how long you're allowed to stay at that depth. That is what you would have on your wrist to plan your dive. If it can go, if the bezel could twist either way, that could mean you end up thinking that you've been there less time than you actually have. With it being unidirectional, if it's going to be knocked, it's going to just pretend that it's, or give you the impression you've been there longer than you actually have. So that's safer. So there's a little lesson in diving there. Not actually sure what that little bit of something down the side is. Maybe someone else could tell me what that is. So quite a nice slim looking watch. It's got the classic back to it that you expect with a Rolex, with the opening system. It would have to be a special mechanism to get that open, rather than probably not what your average watch centre could do. Right, I'll tell you what, let's pop it on the wrist, put that there, take off the Longines. I say on the back of this is quite a nice little, sorry I haven't cleaned this, nice little back to it, little with the engravings on it. The Rolex is about 7 times the price of this watch, roughly, and it has a very plain back. But then, you know, again, what's the back? Is it that important? That'll have actually no, I can't speak for the mechanics of that one, but this has its own Rolex mechanism inside it, and I guess that's what you're paying for. I believe it's solid steel links on it. Let me just show you how the mechanism for widening this works. Okay, so you pull it out and then you slide comme ça, and that allows you to fit it over your wetsuit, dry suit, without having to adjust it, without having to actually take out links or take out the lugs in there. Let me pop that on there whilst I just show you how it works on the on this bad boy here. So this one, if you want to make it bigger, you click it. Oh, hang on, I've already shown you that. I'm cracking up in my old age, aren't I? Forget that. Right. So what else can I tell you about this watch? It comes with a little hologrammed tab on it there. And rather interesting, I noticed this just now, it says Oyster swim-proof. I haven't really quite spelt that correctly. Hopefully that's not a sign of counterfeit spelling, calling this a Rolex rather than a Rolex. But it's probably just trying to be trendy, I guess. So let's take this. Oh, actually, no, before we do that, I want to compare the size of the straps. Let's put on the Longines next to it. I don't know if you can see how different it is in width. So this is the Rolex here, this is the Longines, a lot fatter. I say I've got big wrists, but then you're not going to be, unless you're thieving watches, you ain't going to be wearing more than one watch in one hand like that. So I'm sure I'll get used to it and learn to love it. Whilst I've got it on, I'm going to take this into my cupboard with you, and we're going to see what the difference in brightness. Let's just lume it up a little bit. So a bit of light in there, a bit of light in there. Okay, let's go and see what it's like. Oh, hang on, we can take the light with us like this and do impressions of what do you call it? Queen singing Bohemian Rhapsody. Will you let me go? No, I will not let you go. What other watch reviewers give you music like that? Let's switch it off and have a look at. I'll just recharge it very quickly. Right, let's have a look and see what the brightness is like. Okay, right. Sorry about the flashing light. That's the Rolex. It has a slightly bluey tint, and that is the Longines, which is slightly, well, not slightly. It's actually very disappointing. The little green dot at the bottom is the marker on the bezel. The big one in the middle is the hour hand and the minute hand there. So none of the outer markers are marked. But look at that. That's lovely. I think that'll do me when I wake up early in the morning. So I would say the Rolex wins hands down with that test. Right, enough of that. So that's going to be the end of this review. I'm going to do more detailed one about the mechanics of it and some of the finer points. I'm also going to take it wreck diving with me very soon. We'll take it on the Thistle Gorm, do some photos down there, and we'll see how it performs underwater, since that is actually what it's meant for. Okay, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want, and hate it if you want. There's plenty of haters out there on the internet for some reason. But hey, peace and love, not hate. But not everyone has perfect personalities. I'm not saying I do. But now I'm wittering like Hugh Grant. Apologies. Catch you later. Right, actually, going to add this little bit to the end. Just talking about counterfeits. I saw a really good review which explained how you can tell between counterfeits. I don't think we're going to be able to see clearly on this one, but I'll just show you what to do. You need the right sort of light source. But apparently, down by down by the 6 o'clock marker, there should be engraved on the inside of the glass, sort of sand blasted, a little crown, the Rolex crown. I don't think. Let's have a look. No, my eyesight's not good enough to see that. But that apparently is how you determine whether something is counterfeit or not in the Rolex world. Hopefully that's useful. Thanks for watching.